What's going on, Crusaders? This is Catholic True Church, and today we're going to be doing a part 2 to the previous post, how to choose your confirmation saint. But today I'm going to be telling you how to choose your confirmation sponsor. As always, please subscribe, turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Please check out the previous 2 videos on my account. I'm going to link them down below, and I'll put some pictures up on the screen for y'all so y'all know exactly what you're looking for. I would preferably want y'all to watch them in order. Technically, you don't have to, but I don't know, do what y'all want to do, but I would recommend just watching them in order. But that's going to be the video of how I chose my confirmation saint, and then the previous post, how to choose your confirmation saint. For one, just watch them. I think they're really good. Two, as always, I put so much of myself into every piece of content that I make, so show y'all's appreciation. No matter where you are in your life or journey and in your faith, but especially if you're going to get confirmed sometime in the future, if you're currently on your confirmation journey and process, I do believe that by hearing my words and what I have to say, knowing my story, it's gonna help you on your journey, as well as, again, no matter where you are, I hope that it will somehow open your eyes and just further your faith in some way. I don't know how it will, but I really hope that it does. I believe it will. So yeah, I just really beg y'all to watch the previous video. Once again, today we're going to be doing a video of how to choose your confirmation sponsor. I really hope that y'all enjoy. Before we go on, a couple more disclaimers. Let me know down below what y'all think about the setup. I kind of like it, like the lighting and the sound is pretty good, but let me know down below what y'all think, because if y'all like it, then I'll be more obligated to film here more often. Today is May 8th, and we just got a brand new Pope today. This is an amazing day for all of us Catholics globally. Let me know down below what y'all think whenever y'all see this. But yeah, today is such an amazing day. I have a lot of thoughts that I would love to give y'all, but for now, what I'll say is that today that just happened, today is a joyous day. I hope that y'all are feeling joy as well, some type of positive emotion, and that y'all use that positivity to put a smile on y'all's face and to put smiles on other people's faces and just to spread goodwill. And, you know, as we all say at the end of every mass, at least at my church, I'm pretty sure we do. What we say in my church is that go in peace, glorifying the Lord by your light. So make sure y'all do that. But with that out of the way, let's finally get to today's video. So let's first start with what exactly is a confirmation sponsor. Now, as I always say, there's always more to say, there's always more to go over, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to be able to go over everything. I might try to keep this video as organized as possible. I am going to be skipping over certain things, and those things are more suited in a separate video. A confirmation sponsor is essentially your companion during your confirmation ceremony. However, it is a little bit deeper than just that. So let's talk about what exactly does it mean to be a sponsor and what are the requirements and the spiritual aspects to that. Alright, y'all, so let me lower my voice a little bit, and I can't think of a clever segue, so let's just go directly into how to choose your confirmation sponsor. Keep in mind that what I say is just a guideline. It does not have to fit completely to a T. What I'm about to tell y'all, you know, I just want y'all to put it in y'all's brains and just to start thinking. That's the main thing. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this right now, it should not be an issue. I'm sure you're gonna already automatically put a lot of thought into everything, including choosing your sponsor. But again, I just want to open up y'all's brains a little bit and to start thinking. I do not want to limit your options. If they fit 3 out of the 4 criteria, do not worry about that. Just start thinking. And also, I believe, I don't want to keep on going on and on, but I believe that by thinking this, it might partially, to be more clear, by contemplating who you want as your sponsor, it will hopefully deepen your relationship with your sponsor by seeing and recognizing further the impact that they've had on you and your journey. I don't know, yo. Let's just get into it. So whenever you're looking for your sponsor, you're going to want to think to yourself, okay, who is somebody that I look up to, not just in the faith, but generally in life as well. It's pretty important to have a strong relationship with your sponsor. But I want you to look inwardly. Who is someone that I look up to in the faith? Someone who has been a role model for me in the faith. Someone that has been a guide for me. Someone who I want to continue to be a guide in my life. Someone who still has more to offer with me for the faith, who has been pushing me and will continue to push me further in my faith, who will educate me more and more. You need to ask yourself, who is that person in my life? Who is someone who I want to be that in my life? I guess there's more I can say, but I feel like I'm just gonna keep going in circles. You need to ask yourself, look inwardly, Do I have a role model, and who is that role model? Who is someone that I want to place this responsibility on? Who is someone who is up to the challenge to fit that role? You just have to ask yourself that, and I'm sure we all have people like that. I'm going to try to leave examples for the end of the video. Let's move on to the next section. What's going on, Crusaders? It's a brand new day. Sadly, I was unable to finish up filming yesterday, but today we're going to do that, as well as I'm going to go back to do some previous clips again, just so I can speak a little bit more clearly. That being said, going forward, I might be going back and forth between days, and it's going to be very obvious because that card behind me was not there before. Let us now segue to the next section and discuss the second set of guidelines. I want you to view the first set of guidelines that we went over as essentially a personal checklist, something to use to contemplate in your mind: who do I want as my sponsor, who do I see as a role model, and who should be the one to fulfill this important role for me. Once you have completed this hypothetical first step, take your proposed sponsor and apply them to the second set of guidelines. The church, your sponsor, as well as you, the candidate, must follow all these guidelines. They are for the most part non-negotiable. Alright, Crusaders, let's go over this list together. Keep in mind, however, that this is just going to be a baseline, something to help you know what to expect for the requirements for your sponsor. Keep in mind that your diocese or your parish may impose stricter guidelines or additional guidelines, so please be in contact with your religious advisors that are going to help you a lot in your journey. And of course, if possible, try to comment down below or talk to me on any other communication medium that I usually do, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. But let's continue on. A sponsor must be someone other than the parent of the one to be confirmed. This includes biological, step-parents, foster parents, as well as guardians. A sponsor must have received the sacraments of baptism, confirmation, and Holy Eucharist. Essentially, this individual should already be ahead of you in the process, already confirmed. A sponsor must be at least 16 years of age and may be male or female regardless of the sex of the candidate. So the majority that I've seen is 16 is the baseline. However, again, according to your parish or your diocese, they may have a higher age requirement. And regarding the gender of your sponsor, again, your sponsor is supposed to be a role model. Their gender is irrelevant. A sponsor must be leading a life in harmony with the faith and the role to be undertaken. Therefore, if married, must be married in the church, and if single, must be striving to live a chaste life, and therefore cannot be living with a person outside of marriage. This individual must understand the gravity of taking on this role, and as a role model, as a guide, they themselves have to be practicing to the letter of the law of what the Catholic Church teaches, especially, and it pointed this out, if they are married or single, they must carry out the proper conduct when it comes to either of those lifestyles. A sponsor must be a practicing Catholic, registered in a parish, who regularly celebrates Mass on Sundays and holy days and receives Holy Eucharist. So honestly, it should be more, but these requirements are just setting the very baseline. The point is, they at least have to meet the baseline, but of course you're going to want your role model, your sponsor, to be the pinnacle of what a Catholic should be. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to paraphrase this last point, what I said at the very beginning, that your parish is going to have parish and diocese specific requirements. Your religious advisors will be guiding. Really quickly, y'all, I just want to step in and say that I really hope that y'all don't feel a lot of pressure, that y'all don't overthink the process. The point of this video is for me to overthink for y'all so that y'all can have a smooth and easy confirmation. I hope that you're getting informed. I hope that you are taking this information and taking the right actions at the right time with the right information. That is the point of this video. Do not overthink this. Just chill. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Let's carry on. But I don't want y'all to be scared. I want y'all to be happy and educated and to be excited for confirmation. So keep that in mind. So when should you start looking for your confirmation sponsor? I really cannot give you a recommended time because we're all going to be on our own timelines. Try to start thinking a year prior to your set confirmation date. You got to be contemplating, who do you want to be your sponsor? And in the months leading up to your confirmation, you start to take action. You start to use the thoughts that you have in your head to figuring out who do you want to be your sponsor. Once you have your sponsor in mind, now is the time to start taking action and communing with the proper parties, talking with your advisors as well as your proposed sponsor. You must take into account that there may be many obstacles that arise. Once again, in the previous section, I mentioned many obstacles in the requirements. Keep in mind that some of the requirements may require physical attendance. So keep that in mind. Going forward, let's say you want your uncle to be your sponsor. Very easy, right? Well, let's say that there is an issue in communication. Let's say you are able to contact them. However, they, for some reason, do not want to be your sponsor. I don't know why they wouldn't. Let's say they want to, but their job does not permit them. I believe I made my point. Just keep in mind that there are so many obstacles that may arise. Keep this in mind, act accordingly, act fast, and be ready to have a backup sponsor if necessary. Let us quickly go over who is recommended to be your confirmation saint. You may or may not know this, but confirmation is the completion of one's baptism. During your baptism, you are brought into the church. Your godparents who are present take a vow, a promise, a covenant towards you and the Lord that I will be a role model. I will guide you in your faith, push you to stay on your path. It is traditional and symbolic for your godparent to once again return, to be your sponsor, to be your guide as they have since baptism and leading up to this moment. That is a recommended sponsor, and partially I do recommend this. However, let me say this. Your godparent is supposed to step up, take a promise that they will be in your life. They will continue to guide you on your journey in the coming years, to build you up, to educate you, to keep you on your path, to be a role model of what it means to be Catholic, and to keep on pushing you. However, as great as that sounds, sadly not every godparent has fulfilled their role to a certain degree, or perhaps they have done the best job that they could to keep you on your path. However, I'm just trying to say that not every godparent has fulfilled their role. Not every godparent is going to be the best representation that has been shown in your life, and to choose the best representation in your life. That is what I'm trying to say. So once again, I ask you to contemplate and look inwardly. Who has been the greatest individual in your life to push you? Who has been the greatest catalyst in your faith to get you to this point? Who has grown your faith to such a degree, your mind, your heart, your soul? Who has had the greatest impact? And who do you want to let continue to have an impact? That is what you need to ask yourself. And whoever the answer to that is who I recommend. And if that may be your godparent, then that is amazing. But whoever it may be, godparent, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, aunt, that is who I recommend. As I said in the previous video, I can tell you facts and my story and other people's story. But what matters is what you feel in your heart is right. However, that being said, please direct your heart with the proper knowledge, okay? Let's move on. Alright y'all, so we're now in the final minutes of this video. I really hope that up to this point in the video I have spoken clearly. I have redone this video a couple of times. I really hope that I'm able to give y'all the best information, and hopefully this video isn't too long. Sorry about that, but I'm just here to help y'all. God made a speed up button. God made a forward button, so use it accordingly. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video so far. So 2 stories before I go. Let me tell you the story of my good brother, Evan. So Evan, there's nothing really much to say. I mean, let me talk to Evan. Maybe he can tell me more details. Or maybe he'll even tell me to take this down. But Evan, if you don't want your story, I mean, you already said it out loud. You said it on the internet previously, so it's public information at this point. But my good brother Evan, he was confirmed, I believe, last year, which I'm so happy about for him. And his sponsor was his wife. And his wife, or I don't know if they were married at the time, but they're married now. But his wife or fiance was his sponsor, which is very beautiful. To tell you a little bit of his story, and that's really all I know. Maybe if Evan were to tell me more about his story, which shoot, I should text him. I'm gonna text him after this video. But all I know is that his wife was Catholic, he was not whenever they met. And it was his wife that brought him into the faith, and she was his main guide. And of course, again, like, she brought him to the faith. So, you know, I think like that's the perfect choice. That's the perfect match. It makes sense. So yeah, I don't know if I said that clearly, but again, like, obviously she is his biggest supporter in life, or technically that's me. I mean, I'm Evan. I'm here for you, but of course, like, I'm gonna be supporting you like all the way over here. You feel me? But no, I'm not. I don't want to disrespect your wife. You know, I'm just joking, bro. But I'm just trying to say I'm here for you. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that obviously his wife is his biggest supporter. So there's that. But also, like, symbolically, she was the one to bring him to Christ, essentially. So yeah. Anyways, I'm running out of time on my camera. Let me quickly tell you my story. I already made a whole length video on my account already. Check it out, link in bio. The story of how I chose my confirmation saint, all the details, all the events. I sadly was not able to choose my own sponsor. Someone else had to fill in for me, and that's okay. I would have chosen a man named Mr. Mike. Again, check out the full story, because there's so much I would love to say about Mr. Mike. But Mr. Mike is a great role model. You know, he's a family man. He's very well educated, very well versed in the faith. He's very involved in his local church. He was one of my religious teachers for a time. We were in class together in a group of people, and I remember, again, it might be a false memory, but if I remember correctly, I had my arms crossed and looking towards him. That moment, I don't know what we were talking about, but randomly, that day, I had a realization. I want this man to be my sponsor. So hopefully y'all have some type of realization like that too. But I'm running out of time again. But I would have loved to have Mr. Mike. He's a great man, a great role model. As a Catholic man, I wanted him to be my sponsor. All I can really say is that, you know, things were normal. I got off school, I went on spring break, and I remember planning right before spring break that, okay, after spring break and we come back, I'm gonna pop the question, Mr. Mike, I would love for you to be my sponsor. Would you be open to that? Or I don't know what I would say, but I would pop the question, and most likely he would have said yes. And that would have been that, but sadly, I did not get to choose him. Instead, I was sponsorless, and by the time I was gonna get confirmed, I had another religious teacher step in to be my sponsor. But essentially, like, you know, it was that night that I decided, okay, I'm locked in. I know who I want to be my sponsor. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it was kind of easy. But yeah, leading up to that, you know, we just had several classes with him where he would, you know, teach us, and I guess, you know, being under his tutelage, essentially, I just really enjoyed his education style. I think that's the biggest thing. It's slowly coming back to me. No offense to the other religious teachers. They, to be honest, now that I'm more grown, they are doing the best that they can to teach us. Though, side note, they can do a little bit better. They just need to open up their minds. They need to realize that their methods of teaching is a little outdated, so they need to start upgrading. They need to hit the iOS 17 or something. I don't know. But back to the story. I really liked Mr. Mike because he was a new face. He was refreshing. He was really cool. He kind of had a cool air to him, and I really did like his teaching style. He was very nice, very kind. He had a kind face, very nice smile. He had a great personality. Getting back to it, once again, hopefully I'm not repeating myself, but it was just really good to see a new face with, you know, he was really nice. I really liked his teaching style. I was very receptive to it, and just overall, I have really good instincts. Maybe that's part of it as well. I didn't even think about that. Some of y'all might not know this, but a lot of y'all should, where I have really good instincts. Under his teaching, I really felt a change in my faith a little bit. Only God knows how much he truly did affect my faith. Who knows, maybe he was the major reason, maybe he was the sole reason. I don't want to say all that. For all I know, he was the major reason that I had the desire to keep on going in my faith. I don't know. Only God knows. Maybe I'll ask him one day what was the factor, or how much did Mr. Mike actually do for me and my journey. I was in the final year of the confirmation process, and I already decided, okay, I'm gonna choose Mr. Mike, right? But I was not gonna ask him until a special time. So I was supposed to get confirmed, I believe, in March. So whenever spring break happened, maybe a week, 2 weeks after spring break, and here was my plan, y'all. So before spring break, I planned on asking Mr. Mike, after spring break, we're gonna come back, I'm gonna pop the question, Mr. Mike, so I'm gonna get confirmed very soon, and I would really like for you to be my sponsor if you would allow it. And most likely he will be like, oh yeah, JP, that's great, I'm so happy for you, I'm so happy that you chose me, and it's so great to see you going forward. I'm just smiling, right now I'm imagining Mr. Mike saying that right now, and again, I'm really good at anticipating people's personalities and how they're gonna respond with said personality. So I think what I just said right now is very accurate to what he would actually have said to me. And I don't know, that just brought a smile to my face, because he's such a cool guy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I hope that y'all have a Mr. Mike in y'all's lives. Especially, I keep on getting off topic, but religious classes is a very tough subject. Not tough subject, but I think for a lot of people, religious classes are not really working. They're not conducive of keeping people in the faith, and they need to change that. But Mr. Mike, he's such a cool guy, y'all. We need more of him in our classrooms. I'm telling y'all, great personality, great role model. Whether Mr. Mike is gonna push you and keep you in the faith. We need more Mr. Mikes, y'all. I was supposed to get confirmed in the year of 2020. I was not able to speak to Mr. Mike, so I don't want to get so somber, but I guess moral of the story, not that I don't think I did anything wrong. I mean, this was such a unique circumstance that happened, but I really want y'all to see the importance of seeing urgency and taking action with your faith, especially with your confirmation process, especially with finding your sponsor. Again, this is such a unique situation, and I did not do anything wrong. I followed the books. I did not wait until the very last minute. But if y'all can learn anything from this, perhaps work faster than I did. Try to speak sooner than I did. Looking back, I think there is a possibility that I could have somehow reached out to Mr. Mike in time after the fact. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I could have somehow reached out to Mr. Mike. Long story short, I really like Mr. Mike. I still look up to him. He is my role model. He is my sponsor. I look towards him for growth, and we're not in too much contact, mostly because right now I'm going through a lot of growth by myself, solo. But if we were in contact, I know for a fact he would continue to push me, continue to encourage me. And I'm sure I'm in his prayers, albeit indirectly. I mean, who knows? Maybe he does have me directly in his prayers, but I'm sure that, in his prayers, he's praying for all of the youth, all of the kids that have been in his care, all of the people who have passed through his hands. So yeah, y'all, that is Mr. Mike, a great guy. I look up to him. He is my spiritual sponsor. I hope that y'all never have to go through that. I hope that y'all are surrounded with so many people who are going to push you further on your journey. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let's get to the outro. Long story short, y'all, I'm telling y'all this just to educate y'all, just to inform y'all, and I really hope that y'all don't go through what I did, and that y'all get to choose the sponsor that y'all want, and so that y'all could have the best ceremony, and that going forward in your journey, you can have a deep connection with your chosen guide. What I'm trying to say, y'all, is that I hope that you get to choose the sponsor that you want, and that you both can work on furthering each other on y'all's journeys, and you could build each other up. You could grow strong, grow your faith, and you could grow your love for each other and for Jesus. So yeah, y'all. I guess I'll let y'all go. As always, there's so much more I can say, but I believe I made my point. I love you all so much. I think I forgot to say that in the outro because I already filmed the outro, but I'll let y'all go now. I love you all so much, Crusaders. Keep on going, keep on fighting, stay strong, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's play the outro. Alright y'all, so that's going to be in today's video. I really hope that y'all enjoyed. I try my best to speak clearly and to give y'all all the information, all the details, but I'm only human. If you haven't already, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications that you never miss a video. If there's any more that you want to learn, as I always say, ask and you shall receive down below. There's always more to say, there's always more to go over. I really hope that y'all enjoyed today's video. I really hope that you watch all 3 videos in this series, kinda. The video of how I chose my confirmation saint, how to choose your confirmation saint, part 1. And today's video, of course, I really hope that I was able to help all of y'all in y'all's journeys, no matter where y'all are. Hopefully, if you're gonna get confirmed or if you're already confirmed, I can deepen your understanding of the sacrament, get you closer with your confirmation saint or future confirmation saint, as well as your sponsor and future sponsor. I really hope that I was able to do the best for y'all. I am really hard on myself with these videos. I don't know, y'all. I should just stop talking and get this video out to y'all. Once again, I really hope that y'all enjoy. I'll catch y'all next time. Goodbye, good day, God bless, peace. I'll see you next one. Bye.
Liegt